what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a really exciting video for you. It is a what I eat in a day video. Eat or ate? These are probably my most watched videos here on YouTube. I am just really fascinated by what people eat, and I just thought, why not make a video myself to share with you guys? Now, the reason why I really enjoy these videos is because a lot of the people who make them really follow healthy, clean lifestyles, and that's kind of what I'm all about. And a little bit about my personal eating habits. I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian, but I'm really big on clean eating. I think it's really important to always read the ingredients of whatever you're going to put in your body, and if it's full of things that you can't pronounce or don't understand, they probably don't belong in your body. I don't really eat gluten, it gives me a headache, it makes me feel anxious, it makes me moody. So I do consider myself a plant-based eater. I eat a lot of vegetables and fruits and whole foods, but I'm not vegetarian, I'm not vegan. I just don't find right now in my life that it is a good idea to kind of put myself in a box with a label on it because, you know, I'm always changing and evolving and learning new things, and I also haven't always had the most healthy relationship with food. And I think it's really important to understand that food is something that should be enjoyed, food is something that should fuel your body, and if you find yourself feeling guilty a lot of the time or find yourself getting really anxious about what you should and shouldn't eat, I just don't want to label myself. I just try my best to eat as clean and green as possible, and I like to indulge and have fun, and when I'm out with my friends, I usually just eat what I want and enjoy it. But here at home, I like to eat as healthy as possible and put a lot of nutrients and fruits and vegetables in my body. So that was enough of the rambling about my diet and lifestyle. Maybe someday I'll do another video really getting into it and the reasons why I eat the way I eat, but let's just get started with this video and what I ate on this particular day. So every day I like to start off with a big bottle of water, and I try my best to drink at least 3 to 4 of these throughout the day just to make sure I'm super hydrated. And then I always make my cup of coffee. I always use almond milk and stevia in my coffee. I just don't like to have a lot of dairy, and I really love the taste of almond milk. And I get my stevia at Trader Joe's. I don't think I showed it in the video, but yeah, I always get it at Trader Joe's. Then I moved right on into breakfast, and on this day I had this delicious pumpkin apple oatmeal, and oh my god, it was so good. I use these gluten-free oats that I get at Trader Joe's, and this huge bag is like $3, so I love it. And then I just kind of take about a half to 3/4 cup of oatmeal and I put it in my magic bullet. This just kind of breaks down the oats a little bit, so it makes the oatmeal super thick and super creamy. I've just always done this. I don't know why, I just prefer this way, so this is what I do. So then I add some stevia, some pumpkin spice, and about a cup of water. Mix it up, throw it in the microwave for like a minute. Then when that's all done, I take it out of the microwave. I add like a tablespoon, I think, of pumpkin, and then I stir that into it, and then I add some almond milk. This makes the oatmeal so creamy and so delicious. I don't think I showed it in the video, but I add about a 1/4 cup of cut up apples, and then I put it back in the microwave, stir it up again, and when it came out, it was absolutely perfect. I topped it off with some frozen blueberries, and they immediately cook up into the oatmeal and become like really warm and delicious, and this is probably one of my favorite breakfasts. It is so filling and so nutritious, and I really recommend it, especially in the fall time. It's like a pumpkin spice latte oatmeal with apple pie filling. I don't know what I just said there, but it tastes really good, and you guys should definitely try it out. Then moving on into lunch. Now, a lot of times I'm kind of at a loss of what to do for lunch, and I just kind of stare around in my fridge and grab like all the vegetables that are in there and cut them up and then throw them on a stove and just kind of wing it, and that's exactly what I did this day. So I took some broccoli, some zucchini, some red bell pepper, part of a sweet potato, I think. So then I just kind of cut it all up and threw it onto my stove in this huge pan, and then I added like a little bit of water and this seasoning that I actually get in London. I've never found it here, and whenever I go, I like buy a couple of them and bring them back. But it basically is called like 7 Spice, I think. It has like cumin, cinnamon, nutmeg, other things in it. So then I just kind of sprinkle that on. I added some broccoli slaw also into the mix, and I just let it simmer on my stove for a really long time, maybe like oh my god, I almost forgot. I also added another 1/4 cup of like chopped up apple. it was just really delicious, and I thought that it might be interesting with the vegetables, so I just threw it on in there, and that was a really good idea. It was so good. So then after it kind of cooks up and gets really delicious and warm for like 30 minutes and all the flavors kind of develop, I took some spinach, I threw that on top of there with some Thai coconut hummus that I pick up at Whole Foods. Oh my god, you guys, this was so delicious. And then in a bowl, I put some raw spinach and I topped it all off with the like sauteed vegetable mixture that I made, and that's what I had for lunch. It was so good and really filling, and I had a lot of leftovers too. So then about a few hours later, I was kind of getting hungry, but I wasn't ready for dinner yet, so I had a snack. I had some green grapes, which were so delicious and really crunchy. Those are my favorite kind of grapes, like the really big crunchy green kind. What are your guys' favorite kind of grapes? Let me know in the comments down below. I also found these at Whole Foods. They're by The Engine 2. If you haven't seen that documentary, definitely watch it on Netflix. I can't remember the name. I'll insert it down below, but it's a really interesting documentary on like a vegan, oil-free lifestyle. So they had these cinnamon sweet potato pop chip things, and they were so good. So I had some of that with some grapes. For dinner, I have been trying this really interesting recipe. I haven't nailed it yet. Once I do, let me know if you want a video on it, but it's for cauliflower tots, like instead of tater tots, cauliflower tots, basically. So what you do is you take cauliflower and you put it in a food processor and you process it up so it's really fine, even more fine than you would for like cauliflower rice. And then in a bowl, you take that, you take some salt, pepper, paprika, and then I use about 1 egg white, and then you mix it all up until it kind of forms this like mash. It shouldn't like stick together naturally, but if you grab a clump of it and push it together with your hand, it should stay together. So I put some of the mixture in these mini muffin pans, and then the other mixture I just kind of rolled into little tater tot kind of things and put it on a parchment paper sprayed down with some coconut oil. And then I put this in the oven at 450 for 10 minutes, and then I flipped them over, and then I cooked them for another 10 minutes. And then along with that, I just had these chicken hot dogs. I get these at Trader Joe's. Like I said, I'm not vegetarian or vegan, but when I do eat meat, I try to make sure it's really, you know, clean meat and understandable ingredients. Hot dogs a lot of the time have things like corn syrup solids in them, which I have no idea what that means. So I like to make sure I always understand the ingredients, and these ones are really good from Trader Joe's. So I made like 2 of those. I threw on some leftover broccoli, and I had these cauliflower tots. They were actually really good. Like I said, I haven't perfected the recipe, but once I do, let me know if you guys want a video on how to make them. So for dessert, I just had some rice cakes with this spread that I also found at Whole Foods. It's like a chocolate spread. It's kind of like a healthier Nutella. It is so good. So I had like 3 of these, I think, with some of this chocolate spread. So yeah, that's basically all I ate that day. Like I said, I like to eat really clean and green, but I like to eat an abundance of food. I always have a big appetite, and I don't really like eating small portions. So that's why I try to fuel up on a lot of fruits and vegetables and water. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!